Folks, the picture is getting more clear about where the Warriors are going in free agency. The teams are dwindling down who need players. The players list who are still free agents is dwindling down. Brett Siegel, NBA insider, has shared where he thinks the players are going, the biggest names left. And we have Melton to the Warriors or Lakers. And again, I did the video about Melton to the Warriors is more likely. Horford to the Warriors unless he goes to retirement. He does not go in the Lakers anymore because they just got DeAndre Ayton. Kaminga back to the Warriors because what options does he have? And Valanciunas to Denver, but maybe he's going to go play in Greece. And Russell, Westbrook, until CP3 and Brogdon go. So we're going to break down the report. And I just have to say, folks, before we continue on, in the video I posted yesterday, I forgot to add Butler to the starting lineup for this upcoming season. Thank you for calling me on the comments. I keep you honest in what you say in the comments. You keep me honest in what you say in the comments. That was a mistake. Of course, Butler's going to start. Kaminga will not start over him. And we'll talk about this in the video. So I apologize about that. I had to go out the pickleball, play a couple hours. Miss Butler, a key person we got the trade deadline last year. We all make errors. Usually on television, you have someone saying, hey, in your ear, hey, you forgot to say this, fix this, or someone next to you says something. On the video, I made a gaffe, went live, and I appreciate you keeping me honest. And that's life. Win some, you lose some, and appreciate you. Thank you. So keep me honest on all the videos as well. And that's why I have a sportscasting degree here, because I know what I'm talking about, I guess sometimes. Anyways, y'all, like and subscribe to Warriors Digest. I appreciate you guys being here. We keep you up to date on everything you need to know in Warriors land. And folks, again, going to what Brett Siegel said, it looks like we're going to get Melton, Horford, and Kaminga at the start of free agency. If that would have been your haul, would you have been happy or sad? Comment your thoughts, yes and no on that. Again, where are we at actually right now? A big goose egg, 0. We have got nobody yet in free agency. So Horford gives you your center. Melton gives you a guard up front. Excuse me, backcourt. And then Kaminga, of course, plays 2 through 4, whatever you want to call him. So your starting 5, let's redo this, would be Curry, Melton, Butler, and then if you put Green at the 5, and then you put JK at the 4. We know Kerr likes JK at the 4. Or Curry 1, Melton 2. Again, coming off of ACL surgery. Hopefully he can play. Maybe they put BP there. Then you have potentially Kaminga 3, Draymond 4, Horford 5, Quinten Post 5. So yes, there's various combinations you could go at. And one thing as well, Brett said, and I want to show this because I see this in the comments, Warriors fans are just impatient. It's the truth. And I see everything you guys are saying in there. I'm not going to use the word fickle, but a lot of people were praising Dunleavy at the trade deadline last year, and now they're saying fire him, let him go. This free agency, this front office, definitely knows what they're doing, and I'm certain that their fans will be happy when all is said and done this offseason. They have a lot of very smart people in that organization who understand what it takes to win. 4 championships the past decade. So again, question, folks. Do you agree with this statement or do you disagree? Put that in there. Where we're at. So everything goes around Valanciunas. Again, big man, be great for the Warriors. Was traded to the Nuggets. Apparently, he wants to get back to Greece. The Lithuanian said when the trade is finalized, we'll come up with a plan. The Nuggets will express their wishes, how they think, how they see it, he said, per Euro Hoops. So it seems like he doesn't want to go to Denver and back up Jokic. Well, Denver's going to have to pay that salary regardless. The center's set to make $10.3 million and $10 million in 26-27. So even in the final year is not guaranteed. So they could void that. But this year, $10.3 million, meaning Denver is not going to be able to get Horford. So unless they do a buyout. That means he's coming to the Warriors if he wants to play. He's not going back to Boston per Brad Stevens. They had to cut him because of the second apron issue. So this is what you're going to get at the power forward / center. Let's call him center for the Warriors position. Again, 6'9", a typical Warriors center, not 7 foot. But the three-point shooting is vital for him to be able to be outside the line, shooting 37% for his career. Now, he's not going to give you quite a bit defensively as you would hope. Rebounding-wise, he's averaging 6 to 7 a game, kind of where Looney was. Looney's a better offensive rebounder, but he's going to spread the floor and give you a diversity on this offense that TJD doesn't give. Looney doesn't give. Quinten Post does. He's just younger by, what do we call it? How many seasons is he at? Does it say? That's 24, 7, that's 17. So by 17 seasons, basically, he can shoot. Looney was supposed to shoot. He did 300, 200 shots a day last offseason. Didn't shoot. TJD said he wanted to expand his game and shoot. Didn't shoot. By having a 5 who can shoot, they won't have to be able to crash the boards as easy, staying in the boards, staying in the paint. And 2, switching on Curry, they don't have to worry about as much because Horford can shoot. Curry does the screen with him. Boom, he'll make the 3. With Looney, with TJD, you couldn't do that at all. It would have to be roll in the paint and give a alley-oop type of thing. Now, with Horford, you'll be able to stay outside the paint. Again, we know how good DeAnthony Melton did with the Warriors. I broke it down on the video. You can click it right here, what he did with the Warriors before he got hurt. His versatility in offense and defense, again, coming off an ACL injury. Who knows what he'll do laterally, how long it'll take him to get up to speed. But him and Curry were an amazing backcourt. That's what Kerr said he wanted. The 1-2 backcourt of Melton and Curry was the starting lineup. Then you had some variation of Draymond, Kaminga, TJD, Moody between 3 through 5. I'm talking pre-Butler trade, folks. Pre-Butler trade. Then Melton got hurt 6th game of the season. But he could shoot efficiently, could be a backup point guard for Curry if needed. But really, it was his presence as an on-ball defender. Oh, sorry, Wiggins. Yes, Wiggins in that thing. Wiggins, Kaminga, Draymond, TJD, some variation depending people are hurt, whatnot. And then, of course, Melton got hurt, traded for Dennis Schroeder, and then Wiggins got traded away. You got Jimmy Butler, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Dennis traded away. But Kaminga's had nothing in free agency come, so this is what potentially you get coming back. Does he sign the 7.9-year qualifying offer? Does he come back at a higher deal where maybe it's 2 years and the 3rd-year player option? Or is it a sign and trade? We talked about Sacramento. No reason Brooklyn needs him now as they got Cam Johnson away to Denver for Michael Porter Jr. Is there a different team out there we haven't thought about? Maybe the Bucks, Kyle Kuzma. But this is what you get back. Or, if Kaminga, take a 1-year offer, bet on yourself, probably be a 6-man, I would think. First guy off the bench, and then you start when people are hurt. He shows what he can do, and then try to get something on the open market next year. Does he want to come back and be under Steve Kerr and their management team as well? But other than that, folks, again, there's really nothing else out there when you look at free agency. These are the players that are the biggest names out there. Moving forward, if I go NBA free agency list, again, Malcolm Brogdon is a name out. Marvin Bagley. Not a lot of names out there. Chris, we've talked about him a couple of times. All power forwards. Only Marvin makes you a bit younger in the front. We don't need Chris Paul unless you want to back up point guard again, which he did make our second team much better. GP2 still out there. Potentially there's a reunion if the money is right. Josh Giddey, personally, I think a sign and trade with Kaminga and Giddey would be a win-win for both teams. But other than that, not a lot, folks. Not a lot out there, especially at the center position. So the free agency is kind of dried up a bit, and now it's a waiting game. Kaminga and the team are going to be meeting in Vegas. Kaminga's meeting with other teams as well. And now you guys sit and wait to see what happens. So hopefully Brett's right. I would like to get 3 players in who have experience. Now comment your thoughts, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.